So, hello and welcome. This is Steampunk Bessie talking for the Steampunk Journal, and I also work with Steampunk Parliament, and I'm here to interview Matt Black of the C.O.G.S Expo in New Jersey, and we are really excited about vending this year. At the event. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what the event is going to be like?
Oh, well, there's so much that we can talk about. But I should start with that I'm co-director of the C.O.G.S Foundation, which is a registered educational nonprofit.
Mm-hmm.
Our mission is to empower the steampunk community, and we do that through steampunk, periodic steampunk meetups, a quarterly gaming event called C.O.G.S Gaming, and of course our annual event, the C.O.G.S Steampunk Expo. C.O.G.S stands for the Community Organized Gathering of Steampunks,
Mm-hmm.
As a nonprofit foundation, we strive to stay really close with the community, get a lot of community input for what we're planning for the event, and we have, I think, quite a lineup this year. I think people will be very happy.
That's great.
Sure.
That's great. So it is in Parsippany, New Jersey, right? And let's have the dates real quick.
Sure. It's at the Sheraton Parsippany, and
Mm-hmm.
it will be May 17th through 19th,
Great.
2019.
Great. And yeah, that's going to be really awesome that it's a 3-day event. I love having people sort of all in one place to just sort of chill for 3 days. So that's really exciting. So you want to tell me a little bit, where did you want to start? Do you want to start about the history of C.O.G.S, or do you want to start more about the event itself?
Well, I think history is history, and I think what's important is everything that we have coming up.
Yeah.
So for the C.O.G.S Steampunk Expo this year, we've got a lot of great entertainment lined up. We've got Victor and the Bully. We've got
Yes.
Human Wine with Holly Brewer, Night Watch Paradox.
Great.
Hubris is going to have, we're probably going to have the most members of Hubris in one place on the East Coast
Ooh.
in many, many years.
All right.
It's big. We've got Gypsy Funk Squad, Tornado Bait, Dust Bowl Fairies, a Halo called Fred,
Yes.
Valence Dance Company, many, many, many more. Too many to mention right here.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So there's going to clearly be music 24/7 at this event. That's great.
There'll be a lot of music, yeah.
Yeah. That's really awesome. So what else is going to be at the event? We're going to have vendors.
We have more than 60 vendors signed up.
Great.
And what I'm especially excited about is we have a number of vendors who've not really done steampunk events before.
Ooh.
So I'm expecting people to, they'll see a lot of their old favorites there, but there'll be some new things that I think people will be really curious to see.
Great. Great. So what else can you tell us about the schedule? Is there going to be workshops? Are there going to be speeches? Or how's that going to go?
Oh, well, there's a wide range of programming.
Mm-hmm.
I should, do a shout out to all the makers we're having coming. There's going to be a lot of makers at this event. We have Thomas Dean Williford,
Yes.
Letta Pardalis, Daniel Higgs,
Yeah.
Wheeler Dockstone, Tobias
Mm-hmm.
McCurry, James Nethery.
Oh, star-studded.
Brian and Sheila Fadrausch. Just a whole bunch of makers, and we're going to have a master maker panel with all of them on there.
Oh, that's
But they'll
exciting.
also be
Great.
appearing other places throughout the event. So we've got that going on, and we have a lot of special events this year. We have a couple themed dinners and a couple themed dinner teas. A lot of special events this year. We have a Victorian Monsters themed dinner
Mm-hmm.
and a Mad Science themed dinner.
That's awesome.
We have a Through the Looking Glass Alice in Wonderland themed tea, a Shakespearean inspired Midsummer's Day steampunk tea.
Yes.
We're going to have a number of alcohol tastings.
Yes.
What would it not be without alcohol?
Absolutely.
So we run gin and absinthe tasting and a Scotch appreciation panel.
Mm.
There's going to be an aerial lyra workshop with Crystal Younglove,
Cool.
scale mail making workshop. And one
Very
of the
cool.
workshops that we're really excited about. Everyone in the community pretty much knows about Professor Mark Donnelly. He's a historian and a scholar, and he often does workshops of Bartitsu. But he is doing a very special workshop. It's a first-time workshop, and he's doing it at C.O.G.S Steampunk Expo.
All right.
It's a sword cane workshop. Uh,
Ooh.
he's done a lot of research to prepare for this workshop.
Is it
It's
sword
based
against Cain or is it Cain as sword?
cane as sword.
Okay.
Although I imagine, knowing Professor Donnelly, there'll be something to do with the cane as well as the sword. That's just me sort of guessing what he'll be doing. Um, but it's a workshop, and all of these special events. They're separate sign-ups from the event itself.
Hmm.
All of the music is included in the weekend. All of the panels. We have a gaming track where we're going to have a lot of games. We're going to have children's programming,
Cool.
and kids 12 and under are free.
Oh, that's
Um,
exciting.
and the Donors Club ticket prices start at $25 for the whole weekend,
Oh, wow.
which is amazing. We couldn't do it for free like we did last year, but we wanted to strive to keep it affordable for the community.
Awesome.
There are a couple of higher tiers in the Donors Club. The $25 level is the steel donor level,
Hmm.
but we also have copper, bronze, and brass donor levels,
Hmm.
and those include um, a few perks, but it's mainly to give the community, members of the community, the opportunity to pay more than the 25 to help support the event. It's to give them an opportunity to donate more.
Okay.
But at various levels, we're including a free dinner or a free tea or both. The brass donors have a special VIP event.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and it's all laid out on the website, cogsexpo.com. Um, cogs-expo.com.
So you sort of have tiers that you can sort of choose your ticket.
Absolutely. And
That's
again, the
awesome.
lowest tier is just $25, gets you in for the whole weekend, gets you all of the concerts. That's one question that we often get. Wait, $25? Are you charging extra for the entertainment? No, all of the concerts are included with that. There's not an extra price
Wow.
for the concerts.
That's great. That's really great. That's a great idea because I know that, in the past that these events have been really expensive and some people can't go because of that. So that's a great idea. I'm excited to see how that works out for you.
Yeah, and that all comes back to us being a community organized gathering of steampunks. We want to make it accessible, and we're also striving to make it inclusive as well, to make it available to as many people as possible.
Great.
As a registered educational nonprofit, um, none of the members of the C.O.G.S Foundation, none of the directors, none of our staff folks are making any money off of the event. All of the money that we're bringing into the event, we're putting into the event, and in the event that we do end up making a profit over our expenses, we're actually going to be donating that to charity. Our C.O.G.S gaming events that we've done 2 of them so far. We've partnered with gaming stores to do the event, but we've also supported the Girls and Boys Club of that particular county that we were in for each of the events, and they got 1/3 of the proceeds from the event that we were doing. So likewise for the C.O.G.S Steampunk Expo, like I said, none of the staff are getting paid. The performers are getting paid. The presenters are getting compensated. Um, but the staff ourselves, we're not in it to make a profit. It's not a business for us. It's a labor of love for the community. I myself have paid for my membership. I'm actually a brass donor, which is the highest level of donating. That's because I really believe in what we're doing with this community organized gathering of steampunks, that I wanted to invest in it at the highest level personally. Um, so you could say that I'm paying to help put on this convention for everyone, paying for that opportunity. So it's certainly not a requirement, but it was something I felt very strongly, very personally about. that I wanted to contribute to the event in not just the hours and days and weeks and months that I've spent with the committee planning it, but I also wanted to be a paid supporter of the event.
Great. So tell me a little bit more about the community aspect of your group. Tell me a little bit more about yourself and some of the other people who are running it.
Sure. Again, I'm Matt Black, and I'm one of the co-directors of the C.O.G.S Foundation, one of the original founders from last year. And we have Bess Cordelia Quinn on the board of directors. We have Andrew Terranova, our mad engineer, who's also a member of the board. And then we have a strong committee of volunteers helping out to run the event. A lot of people have come forward. The vast majority of the performers that we've booked were booked by suggestions from the community. We put out a call, we put it up on the website, and we asked people to nominate different performers. And then we reached out to those performers and worked it out that we could book them for the event. So we all along we've taken a lot of community input, and I think that's a lot of the reason why we have so much programming. For a year this is our second year doing the event, and for a second year event we have a lot of programming. We have a lot of special guests, and like I said, more than 60 vendors that are going to be there. So it's just going to be a huge party all weekend.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be packed. That's awesome. Very cool.
And we're doing a number of contests. There'll be a costume and cosplay contest.
Yay.
We're doing our second Maddest Science contest.
Ooh, all right.
There will be a facial hair competition.
That's not fair. I can't enter that.
I don't know. I've been to competitions where there's a category for a fake beard. We haven't published the rules for this, but there could be that category for best fake beard. I'll talk with the organizers. And see if we can do that. I have competed outside of the steampunk community. I've competed in a number of facial hair competitions, and there's often something for those who don't have the beard who can also participate.
That's cool. That's very inclusive. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
those of us who are bald.
Yeah. There'll be a dandy walk. There'll be a fashion show. There's going to be a pool party. There's going to be a lot of things that are coming out for the event.
That's awesome. That's a lot of fun. And one thing too I wanted to add about how great it is that you guys are really a community-run event. You also post your meetings online, I believe, or you did for some time, to sort of keep your backdoor operations open to the public and the community, which I think is a really, really great thing to do.
Yeah,
you're still doing that, right? Yeah.
We live streamed some of our meetings, and we've posted videos after meetings. I admit we haven't posted any recently, and thank you for bringing it up, because we do as a registered educational nonprofit, we like to keep things open to the community. So we're planning to do a lot of live streaming and posting video from the event. But in these few more weeks that we have coming up, we'll try to post some of the behind the scenes stuff so that the community can stay in touch with what we're doing.
Very cool. Definitely, let me know when that happens. I'll share it for you.
Sounds
for
good.
Sure. So what was the other thing I wanted to ask you? Oh yeah, I noticed on your website you have an inclusivity expert.
Absolutely.
Yeah, tell me about that.
So Sky Kyo, who was an attendee and indeed a supporter in year one, we've brought them on to help us with basically with inclusivity. They brought to us the idea called the idea. Inclusivity, diversity, equality, and the A is escaping me at the moment, but it's all on the website. And the idea here is that there's a lot of different sorts of people who are into steampunk. It's one of the fabulous things about the steampunk community is how diverse it is.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure that everyone, regardless of background and orientation, that they feel comfortable at the event. And so Sky has been working with the rest of our team of volunteers to make sure that we can make the event as inclusive and accepting as possible.
That's great. That's great to hear. It's good to know that it's a safe space because, you know, when you're in costume and you're partying with your friends, you just want to let your hair down, right? So it's nice to know that.
I mean,
yeah.
It all starts with cosplay is not consent, and we are in the next week or so we will be publishing our code of conduct on the website.
Excellent.
And promoting it in social media. It is a public event, but still, our photography rules are, ask someone before you take their picture.
Mm-hmm.
And just because someone posing for someone else doesn't mean that you can jump right in and take a picture.
Right.
It's important that you ask, get consent to be photographed or videotaped. And if you're going to be there with a camera, make sure you tell people, where you're going to be posting and how you're going to be using it. Is it a still photo? Is it video? Really, the key is, and we were discussing this on a committee meeting the other night, the key really is communication and respect. As long as you communicate with people in a respectful manner, this can be a fun event for everyone.
Absolutely. Great. Let me also add on to that. If you're taking a picture of something from a vendor, please ask them first and make sure you take a card afterwards. Because if you post your picture on social media, that person will want to be tagged in it because we're all trying to get a little bit of press to our businesses. So that's really helpful if you can do that for the community.
That is actually a really, really good point. A lot of our vendors are artisans, and what they're selling is unique, original art.
Yes.
And they may not want it photographed.
Right.
Because they may not want people to imitate their work. So yeah, even at the vendor booths, it's important that you ask if you can take a picture, and then make sure if they do agree to it, do make sure that you're tagging their Facebook page, their Twitter, their Instagram, their websites, so that people aren't just saying, "Oh, that's beautiful," but people outside the event have the opportunity to order from the vendors and actually get that merchandise.
Absolutely. It's we're gonna have a steampunk community. That means we have to support each other in very physical ways. So it's important to spread the good word about all of your artisan friends, including myself. So on that note, real quickly, I wanted to ask you to help me do a little promo for my Kickstarter that's coming up. I am starting a video series. Basically, it's vintage humor, and it's going to be called Steampunk Bessie's Photo Album of the Absurd. And so basically, I'm going to be captioning all of the craziest photos that I find online. When I have my launch party, I'm going to have a caption contest where I'll be giving away some of my pins and wall plaques for the best captions to weird photos. So I thought in that spirit, you might be able to kick off the party with this amazing picture that I found recently. If you give me 1 second, I'll pull it up for you.
I will say, Bess, that I've seen all of the great vintage photos that you've been posting out there on the various Facebook groups and other social media. And I got to say, you do find some really great photographs. So I'm actually excited to hear that you're launching a YouTube channel to even broaden the reach of these vintage photographs and bring a little humor. Some people get way too serious sometimes, and we all need the opportunity to laugh now and then. So I really appreciate what you're doing, and I think starting this YouTube channel is a great idea.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And I would be happy to have you on as a guest one day if you wanted to come and do some captions with me. That would be really fun.
I would certainly be willing to try.
Great, great. All right, we'll give this one a shot. Can you see? I will repost this better for, can you see this? Is it too bright?
Okay. It's black and white, I can tell that. Yeah,
Should I try to send it to you on, hold on, I'll try to send it to you on Messenger.
Send it to the chat.
Chat. Open chat, my friend.
I've been trying real hard to keep eye contact with the camera.
You're doing a lot better than I am because I'm like...
I'll look down at the photo.
All right, let me see if I can find...
I did see in there an exceptional mustache.
There was a very interesting mustache, and extra points for you if you can guess who that mustache belongs to, because it is a famous person. Here we go. Let me see if I can do this.
The contrast was really off on the picture, but my
I know.
guess is Salvador Dali. And I am correct. It is Salvador Dali.
Yes, you are.
So a caption for this photo. Wow.
You can take a minute. I'll cut it out.
Yeah, you know, it's got to be something with, you know, the magic that keeps Salvador Dali's mustache so vertical.
I love that.
And apparently, it's a superpower that he can use on others. That's clearly what's going on here.
I like that.
But I'm not coming up with, like, you know, Salvador Dali demonstrates his superpower.
His powers of telekinesis. Yeah, I'm into that. I'm into that. I was hoping you weren't going to say Viagra.
No.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks very much. I appreciate you chatting with me. Is there anything else you wanted to add, or?
You know, just tell your friends. Everyone, you know, people have been liking our posts about it, and that's great. If people would share our posts and get the word out there even further, that would be wonderful. Again, it's a community-based event. We wouldn't be doing the event if it weren't for the community, and we appreciate the support of the community. We don't just want your money in terms of buying donor tickets at you know, anywhere from the steel level to the brass level, but we actually want your support in planning the event, enjoying the event, and promoting the event.
Absolutely.
So spread the word, tell your friends.
Absolutely. Great. And we all hope to see you there. I'll be there. He'll be there. We'll all be there. And also stop by my booth, Steampunk Parliament. I'm going to be giving out free stickers to anybody who tells me Steampunk Bessie's photo album of the absurd. So come by and get your free sticker. Okay?